Hey, look at there. You see him? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey country down-home red state update podcast and them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jackie's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
Hey there, everybody. This is Jackie Bros.
Folks, people, this is Dunlap. You are listening to the Red State Update podcast with Jackie Bros and Dunlap. That's us.
Huh? Yeah. That's both of us, yeah.
Sometimes we listen to the news and we get a little bit down because of old President Dumbass.
That's just excuse your language, but yeah, President Dumbass, excuse my language. That's what he is.
Jackie doesn't like cussing, but he hates Trump so much. Jackie, longtime conservative, former Republican.
Not no more.
From Murfreesboro, Tennessee, the geographic center of the state, the great green state of Tennessee, hates the current president of these United States of America. That's how much of a dumbass.
Excuse your language, but yeah.
This dumb and mean SOB is. And when I say dumb and mean SOB, I'm talking about the president of these 50 beautiful, varied states in the USA. States that voted for Donald J. Trump.
A lot of them, yeah.
To be the president of our great land and to steer it into the future. Or backwards probably.
Well, backwards, yeah. Well, that's what he said he was going to do that. That's what he ran on. That's all it ran on, turning everything around.
This is like if you could vote for Superman and everybody voted for Bizarro, but like Bizarro from another universe, like a Bizarro that was just really sexist.
What? Bizarro, so what?
And racist. Like if there was a really racist, sexist Bizarro and America voted for that to be Superman, that's what it's like. Like I haven't loved every Superman. I don't remember the Lois and Clark guy. But most Supermen are pretty good.
All right, yeah.
And so if we voted for a Superman in this country, I would imagine that we would get an okay Superman. Might make me mad sometimes. Might not understand every decision. Might come burdened with hundreds of years of history from a political party that put him up to the post. But in this case, just the dumbest, racistest, sexistest Bizarro.
Mean.
And Bizarro already does everything opposite. So you're confused the whole time.
That's mean Superman.
No.
Bizarros. No.
But now imagine him racist. Me love black people. Hey, it'd be hard to tell because he'd say it backwards. Like if Bizarro said, listen, you get the point.
Everything you're saying, it pretty much sounds like it happens every day.
This is us trying to explain the Trump presidency. Me trying to explain.
Good luck on that.
To a 90-year-old man, the concept of Bizarro, plus making Bizarro racist and sexist and mean, it's kind of like me trying to explain to myself how Trump is president every day.
I ain't figured that one out. We're at the point now. I'm at the point now. It's like, yeah, well, you know, horrible, awful, buddying up to basically the worst, you know, what they call it, autocrats in the world. Just that, you know, they're now his best buddies, and he's in love because of good letters. And now Saudi Arabia, they not my friend. He wouldn't have done something like that, even though everybody knows he did.
Well, it's the same as Brett Kavanaugh, is what he said. Remember when everybody rushed to judge Brett Kavanaugh, this longtime Supreme Court justice in good standing, who never did nothing to no woman, he said.
Yeah, I bet Kavanaugh enjoyed that. He liked being compared to murdering Prince of Saudi Arabia. I'm sure he enjoyed that.
Pol Pot. About like Brett Kavanaugh, in my opinion. Listen, everybody calls everybody Hitler these days, but I'm going to say Hitler Brett Kavanaugh. Think about it, okay? This is still America, am I right? I got to get on this helicopter. Oh, I stepped in a piece of shit. It's my own shit.
And everybody out there screaming, hollering, every Republican, how horrible the Democrats were to Brett Kavanaugh, how terrible they were to him. You wait and see.
Now, yeah, let's just isolate a few incidents. How are we going to talk about the news on this episode, Jackie? We don't know. Let's just,
I don't know.
A few things have happened. We're sort of concerned about the future. Let's just isolate a few incidents. Let's try this. Recently, they put up a guy to be Supreme Court Justice. A woman come forward, said he attempted to rape her in high school. She said she was 100% about that. He said, no, I'm 100%, I didn't. And then he got real mad.
Yeah, threw a fit.
Well, at first Trump was like, she seems okay. And then later he's like, no, they're coming to get him. And then the Republicans jumped on that, the president's shift. Lindsey Graham shift. Lindsey Graham and Brett Kavanaugh pulling some Trump shit out there, yelling and playing the victim and getting mad and indignant and screaming and calling Democrats and people who hate Trump mobs. Remember that? That divided the country, Jackie.
Oh, yeah.
Now, this same guy who said that about Brett Kavanaugh, and then the Republicans were like, oh, okay, I guess we got to stick with Kavanaugh now. What about the woman with 10 kids? No, stick with Kavanaugh. Trump says he's fine. Now Trump is saying that Saudi Arabia is fine, even though they killed that journalist.
Yeah, you said something come up on your phone earlier. It says Republicans hesitant to talk to Trump about that. Of course, I'd be hesitant to talk about anything, but to confront him on the Saudi Arabia issue.
And I think I got another thing on my phone. This is a podcast of what comes on my phone.
Yeah.
Said intelligence experts pretty sure Saudi Arabia killed this guy. So I'm just saying. The same guy, he did compare Kavanaugh to the Prince of Saudi Arabia. And we're like, oh, that probably made Brett Kavanaugh feel bad. That should make us feel bad because it means that he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Hey, watch your mouth.
So if you were like, oh, well, President Trump says, I take my cues from the President of the United States, no matter who it is. And you're like, well, the President says Brett Kavanaugh's A-okay. Then maybe you want to go back a couple of weeks and think about that decision. Think about that judgment call you made.
What we're supposed to do about it? Tell me what we're supposed to do about it, because all we do is get outraged, get mad, holler and yell, and he just keeps doing it.
Okay, let's
doing
isolate
what he's doing. This ain't working.
Let's isolate this incident,
All
Jackie.
right.
Maybe the answer's there.
All right.
Horseface.
I ain't called a woman horseface, yeah.
So the President of the United States, let's just say it out loud so that we're all on the same page. The President of the United States of America. God shed his grace. Is that
I'm trying to remember what you're talking about, yeah.
God shed his grace on thee like a dog? That can't be right.
God
I don't know
shed
the
his
word.
grace on thee, yeah.
And crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. Well, why would he shed his... That doesn't make sense.
It talked different back in whenever they wrote it.
So the President of the United States of America had an affair with a porn star.
Paid her off.
So far, so good. He had this affair. She was pregnant. Melania was pregnant. This is
She
true.
had just had the baby, I think.
Just had the baby.
had the baby, yeah.
I mean, I'm not a marriage counselor. I don't know what was happening in their bedroom, how it worked for Donald and Melania Trump.
Everybody's saying this now. I ain't trying to defend them or anything like that, but remember when we all hollered mad as hell about Bill Clinton and her, the argument was, Well, whatever their arrangement is none of your damn business.
Yeah,
So I don't know. I know people saying, how dare when she had just had a baby. Like, she probably was, please go see a porn star.
Do not
Leave me
touch
alone.
me.
Yeah. So I don't know.
I don't give a shit. That's fine. Now, I'm not a church person who hates abortion so much they look at Donald Trump and get horny.
Right?
I don't go to Trump. I call church Trump. That's coming.
Yep.
That's coming. The alert he put on my phone has probably already injected that into my mind.
Get to Trump church.
So I don't go to church as often as I should. Not often enough that I care who fucks who.
All right. Watch your mouth. You don't say
But
it like that.
Donald Trump is beloved by church people, and he fucked a porn star.
All right. Don't say it like that. She's another. You know.
And he kind of helped me out here, Jackie, because I'm a little fuzzy on the details, but he has denied it and yet also paid cover-ups to her.
And said it didn't have an affair. Then he said he never paid her. Then he said, I did pay her, but it hasn't confirmed to having, relations with her of any kind. So I don't know why he would give her.
A fog of war.
Doesn't make any sense. Well, nothing he says makes any sense. Why? Everybody say, oh, you see him on 60 Minutes. Like, what the hell am I going to watch him on there for? What am I going to learn? Oh, Leslie Starr, she did good. Well, what did she do? Did she reach over there and slap him in the face?
Leslie Stahl will be running in 2020. Probably Trump people would vote for her.
I think they would. They're really taking it to the next level. But, I mean, what am I going to learn by listening to them? I'm just going to get mad as hell. Like, I can't believe. Like I said, President had sex with porn star, calls a woman horseface. Well, it don't matter where she works or what kind of business she does. You don't call a woman anything. You don't say back. But he said Carla Fiorina for Furiosa when they were running in the midterm, not midterm, when they were running for president. He said something about her fate, like it ain't nothing new. Like, did you see what he said? It's been 2 years of this, 3 counting him running. This is what it is now, people. What are you getting mad for? This is what it is.
It really is what it is. I mean, horseface. It's just what it is. It is horseface. Horseface is what it is. We are horseface.
You can get mad as hell, which people have been mad as hell. And I understand getting out in the streets, hollering and screaming. I understand that. Democrats grandstanding and all this. I understand. But guess what? Ain't none of it doing one damn bit of good because he's just doing whatever the hell he wants to. And it's been 2 years straight of him doing the same old, whatever he wants to. And getting away with every bit of it. Sure, the news gets mad. CNN can get mad as hell. CNN and Cooper steam could be coming out both of his ears. But it ain't doing no good. It may make you feel good to listen to Anderson Cooper a little bit, but he's still doing what he's done.
I feel like that would really help my pores.
Huh?
I just put my face over steam coming out of Anderson Cooper's face. Like, I feel like that's like some good steam. Like some good pore cleaning steam. Like, he could sell that. Like, actually, a little teapot shaped like Anderson Cooper's head, and the spouts in one of the ears.
Why did you want that? What?
I'm just coming up with gift ideas.
Well,
maybe somebody's listening that works for Sharper Image.
Well, don't get that for me for Christmas.
Well, you wouldn't want to see a little steam cut and go,
I ain't got nothing against. No, I ain't got
ready.
I ain't got nothing against Anderson Cooper. I just said his name because he's the one on there. I could have said Wolf Blitzer. Now, Wolf Blitzer, I might have a little tape, a little dinette set or something with Wolf Blitzer on it. That'd be, I wouldn't mind. He got a beard,
What about the Faces of CNN tea set?
Well, you got Wolf Blitzer would be one, Anderson Cooper, Cuomo, Don Lemon.
Who are all the women on CNN? You get a Dana Bash.
Dana Bash, she's on there.
No, nobody wants that.
No.
But it'd be good, like, when Trump says horse face, you'd be like, I throw this against the wall.
Well, Wolf Blitzer has a beard. If somebody asked me, is that Wolf Blitzer? I said, no, that's me or whatever. You know, people wouldn't know.
Why would you have a teacup of yourself?
I don't know, a novelty thing or something somebody gets you. Remember, somebody used to get you a little gift of a man playing golf. It's got a big head on it. It's supposed to be you, picture of you or something on it.
No.
Huh? I never did play golf in my life. Somebody got me one of them years ago, put like a picture of my face on a big round thing, and he playing. And I said, I ain't never played golf in my life.
You could tell it was somebody who really hated you.
Well,
Horseface. That's where we're at, people. We're at Horseface.
should we ignore him?
I feel like sometimes when he says horseface, he's just wanting everybody to talk about him saying horseface.
I'm pretty sure that he wants everybody talking about him all the time,
that's
every
not a
minute.
strategy.
Every minute. I know.
That's
it's
just him wanting people to talk about him, and he knows if he says horseface, he's going to get a little bit of attention.
So you basically, when we all get riled up, that means, I got the word here, horseface. We'll be saying that next week.
I heard, Jackie, that he gave an interview where he said, he told his staff, and somebody leaked it, that he wanted to do more interviews, and not just on Fox. He wanted to get the word out.
Word out?
Yeah.
What's a word?
Just crazy shit coming out of his head, I guess. Mean stuff, make fun of women's faces. She doesn't even, does she have a horse face? She doesn't even have a horse face.
I don't, what is a horse
It
face?
doesn't matter.
I don't, yeah. Did you think he sat there and thought about it? What can I call it? What's it? I got it.
No,
it just comes
he has
out.
like 7 words and 10 phrases.
Yeah.
It's like when he said the climate scientists, he says, oh, there's scientists on both sides. And then you think, well, that's what he said about Nazis. He said there's good people on each side. And then you're like, oh, he just knows like 8 phrases. And one of those phrases helped people think Nazis were okay. But it's just a dumb guy. It's just some dope talking. And people are like, oh, that's true. They are good people on both sides. It's just a thing he says. Both sides. It's just both sides.
You know he likes Nazis on top of it. Yeah, I agree with everything he's saying. The reason I guarantee you that he likes Nazis and white supremacists because they like him. That's it, He ain't going to run them down.
And mostly kind of like chucklingly. Like, no. no, come on. Don't be Nazis.
I say it's worth trying to ignore him. I know people say you can't do that. He's president, and what is he doing? But I mean, getting mad at everything he's doing. That ain't doing no good.
What's our podcast going to be?
I don't know. Play good, something decent maybe. Maybe we talk about something decent in the world. Go see a movie or do something.
I should put that Patreon up where we just talk about Cracker Barrel. Yeah, you can't. If you respond to him, you wind up like Elizabeth Warren, having a DNA test made to see how Native American you are. Everybody wants to be Native American. Everybody, so they can go, oh, yeah, me too. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it's rough out here. All these privileged motherfuckers talking they know. We know, don't we? We know. I'm like 132nd Native American.
What is it?
I don't know what tribe. I'm talking to a bunch of different tribes right now. I'm kind of taking bids from different tribes. I'm going to get with the best tribe probably. I've got letters out to a lot of different tribes. I'm going to see who gets back to what the offers are. I'm taking offers from some good tribes.
Well, don't join the tribe that Elizabeth Warren is in, because I guarantee you they're regretting it right now. They don't make it worse for them.
A lot of people. Some people liked it. Some people thought, oh, she's really taking it.
No, she isn't. She ain't taking it to him.
But
He thought it funny. I mean, you gonna pay me my $1 million now? I ain't say that. End of story.
Yep, that is the end of the story. And she can
Done.
say, "Where's my $1 million?" And nobody's even gonna know what she's talking about. But he'll keep calling her Pocahontas. You can't take what the bully says literally. You can't be like somebody in school be like, "Oh, hey, Jeffy eats dog food." It's about on the level of a Trump insult. And then you'd be like, I had my stomach x-rayed to prove that there's no dog food in my stomach. I did Weight Watchers, and I entered every little thing I eat today, and I didn't eat any dog food. Nobody, you see, when a bully, Jackie, nobody ever accused you of eating dog food?
I know. I don't remember anybody saying I eat dog food. I ain't eating no dog food.
What happened was, if you get drunk enough and you eat dog food at
yeah.
one party,
I know.
then people say it all the time in school.
Well, they said about you. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And you go to any extreme to prove them wrong.
We used to tell it that was funny. You in the store, they'd get a little. Whatever they used to, don't make them anymore. Little patties for dogs. Remember, I don't think they make them anymore.
Okay, two things. I didn't know what it was. Somebody give it to me. I was high as hell.
Are you hungry? Hey, little boy, you hungry?
And second, it wasn't bad. It wasn't. I tried to tell everybody this. It was good.
What was the name of that dog food? Come in patties.
They called them Dunlap burgers.
No, but it was what it really was, not that.
Gaines burgers.
Something like that. One of those things, yeah.
It's Gaines burgers.
Is that what it is?
Why do you not believe me?
Which one is the one that goes in the little cowboys in the wagon run around?
That's Chuck Wagon?
Yeah, I didn't like that one.
You didn't like the food?
Huh?
What didn't you like?
I didn't like it, I don't like it when they make people real little, like, cowboys.
Like Ant-Man?
Ant-Man's all right. He's supposed to get little. That's fine.
What if he fought them cowboys?
I don't want him fighting the cowboy. I don't want the dog chasing them, and I definitely don't want a bunch of them underneath my sink.
Why does that bother you?
What do you mean, why does that bother you? I don't want you bunch of cowboys screaming and hollering underneath the sink.
What's this got to do with Elizabeth Warren?
Huh? Cowboys and Indians?
Oh, yeah, you're right. Well, best of luck to Elizabeth Warren. Best of luck to all of us trying to take on Donald Trump. Maybe this will wind up helping her. Look, if you're waiting for the part where we tell you how to change up our attitudes and our strategies and to really go after Trump and to really, sock him on the jaw, metaphorically speaking, I ain't got that.
I don't know what that is. I don't know how you do that with what we're dealing with here. People saying over and over again, don't let them normalize this. Don't let it last 2 years. What it is. Horseface is what it is.
It's horseface now.
That's what it is.
Horseface is.
Yep.
So, who the fuck knows?
I want you the language.
Maybe he's going to start killing reporters just to make Saudi Arabia feel better.
Why would anybody...
Don't feel bad. We all do it. Nobody's perfect. Except me. I'm perfect. Ha, 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 ha. That's me doing an imaginary rally.
And there was a time when you could have said that, and I said, all right, you being silly, and that things ain't going to get that rough, whatnot. They got children and women. They're spending $13 million a month to keep women and children in cages down in Texas.
Look, he's friends with Putin, the damn Philippines, he admires North Korea. He admires all the dictators.
And doesn't like anybody, doesn't like Canada, anybody, all the enemies now,
They're the enemies. The bad guys are our friends because he likes them. The Republicans, people, I guarantee you people voted for Trump thinking that the Republicans and the office and everything would bring Trump to a less Trump-like stance. No, but he's brought them over to him.
That's what's happening.
We're all over there with him.
Acting crazy.
So now the Republicans, just him being president, we were like, we can still stop this. But no, once he got elected, once he was running, once he was a candidate, once the Republicans let him be the candidate, it's just what it was. That's the president.
Yep.
When people are like, these people who hate Trump, they get so mad at him. Babies just don't get their way. We're like, no, he's not the real president. That's not how a president. That's not what. But it is.
It is now. Yeah.
It is. So the president likes the bad guys.
And why do you think he likes the bad guys? What is it you think he likes about them? They don't take no, how he talks. They don't take no bull from these. So they know how to deal with people. Why do you think he likes them? Because they kill people. He been dreaming about killing half of New York Times for how long? I'm not saying he's going to do it or they're going to let him do it, but
he can't kill everybody because he needs some people to write articles about.
Well, that's true. He needs a few. Yeah, he got to give some interviews too.
I know this sounds crazy, and it could be crazy. I'm just saying, the guy who's president is crazy, and he's friends with all the bad guys, and the Republicans who are supposed to stop him have all come over to his side, and nobody's done anything to stop anything that he's done.
Nope.
They like it because they're all the same now. And these guys that are roaming the street in New York and Portland and punching people and fighting supposedly Antifa, but let's be honest, it's going to be anybody they can grab.
Yep.
Who ain't white or who calls them a name or who's a woman or who's gay or who's anything they don't like.
Pretty much.
These Nazis are also the same. The line goes straight from the president down through the Republicans to the Proud Boys.
And you watch these Proud Boys, imagine they start doing it. And they are doing it a lot. How often is this happening now? But, it's happening in New York. But, if it start happening, let's say every week they attack somebody or beat somebody up that opposes Trump in some way or somebody, like you said, they don't like, and Trump stands beside them, like he did in Charlottesville or whatever, guess what? Every Republican's going to get right on board, and next thing you know, you're going to have people, saying this is all right.
Oh, that's crazy. But that's like what we just said is all true. That's like actually happening. If we'd said the president's going to call somebody horseface, you go, that never happened. And you're like, well, he's probably just going to round up a bunch of people and kill them. Well, he's already rounded up a bunch of people.
Now, I ain't saying he's going to start killing people or anything, but how the hell I know? He's crazy as hell.
We're the mobs, right? We're the ones that have to be tamed. We're the ones that are unhinged. The people who don't like Trump are the ones who are out of control, can't be trusted to be put in power, who are yelling and screaming and no civility. So why not? We're the problem. Why don't they just take them out? Like protests is crazy people, right? Like mean
That's what
people.
They said, yeah.
Like uncivil.
Trying to start something.
Look at how low they've sunk. They've already set it all up. All they got to do is do it.
So if you hadn't registered to vote, it's probably too late by now, depending on where you are.
Probably doesn't matter anyway.
Doesn't matter.
Listen, Jackie, no. You can't end this on that kind of sour
Gotta go
note.
vote. If anything's going to get done, they even said to come out in the news soon after the midterms, Mueller's going to come out with everything he got, whatever that may be or may not be, I don't know, but it's still coming. And if it is something, which it sure seems like it is, but I don't know.
I was about to try to be like kind of appeal to some sort of outdated patriotism and say, you know what? Even if you like Trump, if you want to vote Republican this time, go out there and vote. But no, don't actually.
No,
just sit at home. Don't do it.
If you're gonna vote Republican, somebody got to hold them accountable. And I ain't a big blue person. I ain't a liberal. All but they're the only people willing, I think, right now to stand up to this man.
There's plenty of Republicans that's a lot closer to stuff Jackie used to say on here than the Democrats, but none of them are going to do nothing to stop Donald Trump, the president of the United States of America. But we can always move to Canada, Jackie, where pot is legal.
I don't want to go up Canada for drugs. Although I will say this, I'd rather be you know how much I hate drugs and hippies and all that. But I'd rather be around a bunch of people that walk around high as hell than people ignorant and hateful. And half this country's on. I ain't saying everybody's, because you're on board with ignorant and hateful. I ain't saying you are, but you're okay with it, which is pretty bad in its own right. So, yeah, get up on around them druggies. I don't,
Yeah, we're not trying to be crazy. If you like Trump, you're listening to us and you're going, well, that sound crazy. Now they're saying I'm as bad as a Nazi or whatever.
No.
This is just what we actually are worried about. This isn't us being crazy. This isn't us trying to pick a fight. This is what a lot of people think is actually happening. And I probably is.
Well,
So
tell
no-
me how it isn't. With everything we said, all we've done is sit and said what is happening and what is going on.
So it ain't going to help me to sit here and try to convince you, a Trump person. I just want you to know this is sincere. This isn't coming from some George Soros checkbook, playbook. I mean, that would be, would you take a check from George Soros?
Hell no.
Cash?
Well, what do you want me to say? If it's just I don't like Trump, I'm going to say that anyway. But
Yeah, so then why
but
not
I
take
should
it?
take the money, but because I genuinely don't like him, so I.
If
shouldn't.
he is handing out money.
No, I don't want it. I don't need money to do that. I
We
do
need
that for
money,
free.
though.
I'm proud to do that for free.
All right. Well, okay. Tell George Soros we won't take any of his money. But please visit our Patreon at Red State Update.
We'll take money from you if you want to support us. If you like what you listen to on here, yeah, absolutely. We sure do appreciate it. If you give us $5 or more, you get a whole extra 20-minute podcast with us every week. And all that pedalons, the money you give goes to support this here podcast. It goes to support another podcast we do called Redneck Matinee, where we talk about old Southern movies that we love.
We got a Smokey and the Bandit 2 episode coming up.
It's coming up, yeah.
It really is.
Eventually, yeah, it's gonna happen. It's some of us are already done. Just got to finish it up.
There's a podcast called 100 Ways to Love a Cat.
Yeah. So all of these podcasts that you paddled on to, you support all of these, and we sure do appreciate it. We'll keep on doing them, and we appreciate your support.
Oh, and Mitch McConnell's going to take away your Medicare and Medicaid. Just heads up.
Everybody knew that.
Just a heads up. FYI.
That's what with the Trump, what we were saying earlier, like what he says, it don't mean anything. When he told all of his supporters, when I get through, everybody in America is going to have health coverage. I'm going to get everybody health coverage in America.
Sorry, I didn't mean to get him going again, people.
Well,
I thought we were wrapping it up.
Why? This is still old Jackie Bros on the Red State Update podcast.
I'm so mad, Jackie.
What are you mad about?
I
What?
get so mad at myself. I just want to bash my head in this wall.
Throwing a fit for? What the hell's wrong with you?
I opened this beer.
Well, drink it. What do you mean?
I opened it, and I didn't do it on the microphone for all my podcast
hell,
friends.
They heard you do it enough. They don't need to hear it every
Okay.
damn time. I don't know why they want to hear it more than once. I don't want what you hearing somebody open a beer.
I'm getting to where now I don't even want to open a beer if I ain't recording it. You should listen to the voice memos on my phone. It's all just me opening beers.
I
It's
don't
like
want it.
900 of them
Why would you?
from last week.
Don't make a damn bit of sense. Crazy as hell.
Everybody likes to hear the sound of a beer opening, Jackie.
No, if it's their beer, if it's yours, maybe, yeah, but I don't want to hear somebody else drinking a beer. That don't make any damn sense to me.
Well, let's just say I'm upset.
Well, all right, be mad about it, and you don't have to throw a damn fit. Act like a baby.
Everything doesn't have to go somewhere.
Huh?
Yeah.
Well, to prove that point, let's do our sponsors now.
Oh, it's important to get sponsors
Yep.
if you have a podcast.
You got to have a local sponsor, what we have. Also, like we mentioned earlier, have to do with Pads on, but we do have local sponsors that help us to keep it going. And I got a good one, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I do. There's a little baggage goes with it, I guess. But I mean, everything had a little baggage, I suppose. But you remember Halloween bandits, didn't you?
Halloween bandages, yeah.
No,
That's,
bandits. It's bandits, Smokey and the Bandit, Halloween bandits. Greg McKee over there.
Oh, Greg McKee, you sell patio furniture.
No, years ago, now he does Halloween bandits.
I know him. I think if you say his name, most people in town going to know him as the guy.
Well, he does a little nursing doctor and also at Fresh Linens Nursing Home, which is where Halloween Bandits is located in the same facility. And that's led to a lot of problems. But first off, let me tell you, if you ain't got your Halloween outfit yet, which, I don't know why you put it off. You can't put it off anymore because it's closing up. It's going to close up this weekend.
Why are they close? Wait,
Yeah.
Are you mad that they're closing early?
They been open over a damn month. If you ain't get with there and got your damn Halloween outfit, I ain't the hell with you. I don't give
Wait, but if you're mad that it was open too early, ain't you mad that it's going to close before Halloween?
Well, it open too early. They can close too early. The whole point is he don't need to be open but probably a week. And he'd make the same amount of money for that a week's work.
Yeah, it open a week leading up to Halloween.
But it's already been open for a while. And
not
people
a
been
random
coming
week in
there.
the middle of October.
Well, he is. There's some circumstances that are leading him to do this. So if you want to get a good Halloween thing, candy, or you want to get some costumes or something that lights up a witch face or whatever it is on your porch, any of that stuff, you need to get down to Halloween Bandits this week because it's closing up. It ain't going to be there no more.
Well, why is he closing? He went through such a fight with you, trying to convince you to let him open in September.
He didn't get in a fight. I just did. He's welcome to open the business whenever he wants to. I'm welcome to have an opinion about it.
Is he getting too many hours at Fresh Linens Nursing Home?
No, it's not too many hours down there. Look, remember
the crazy doctor. They probably need him around the clock. He's so crazy he'll do the hours.
He's only the crazy doctor when he's over at the Halloween Bandit side. When he's at Fresh Linens Nursing Home, he puts on regular doctor
and you
outfit.
mean to tell me he never puts on the wrong bloody scrubs and
No,
goes...
he takes his job seriously.
Does he ever put on Dracula?
He might put on Dracula. He may leave Dracula on, but, putting the blood all over the doctor stuff and going on that side is probably a bit too much. He knows that's much.
He is a funny-ass Dracula, man, Greg McKee.
Like I
mentioned, crazy
mentioned,
doctor, patio furniture, Greg McKee.
Like I mentioned earlier, they come with a little baggage. You won't know why he's shutting it down. I'm going to tell you. Now, if you remember, not too long ago, a few weeks back, they were having what they call feeding frenzy between 3 and 5, where the residents that were still at Fresh Linens Nursing Home were enjoying the Halloween festivities, and people were giving them this candy corn. ZH candy corn is the name of it. And people were just feeding them little bags of this, and it took years off of some of people. You remember Minerva?
Oh, yeah, Minerva. She was like 100.
She wasn't quite that old, but she was close to it.
Now she looks like she's 43.
I know it. She was wheelchair bound and all, and didn't get much movement from her whatsoever for years now. And like you said, she started eating this ZH candy corn.
Now, is it Z and H candy corn?
I don't see no and. I just see ZH is what I said. If it's got an and on it, it's so small I can't see it, which may be the case, but I don't think it is. My eyesight ain't that gone yet. Glasses still work. ZH.
So Zaha candy corn.
No, it's ZH candy corn. Which they quit giving it to these folks. Because you think, a miracle drug, here it is. But then some of the, children of some of the residents, when, somebody's got a lot of energy.
They finally got them packed up and carted away to Fresh Linens Nursing Home. Somebody feeds them some of Jackie Broll's Magic Zaha candy corn.
Got nothing to do with it.
And all of a sudden, Granny wants to move all the exercise equipment out of the extra room so she can haul her old wrinkled ass back. No thanks.
A little, sort of what you said, but not just that, But that was a situation, and let's be honest, there's another situation. You got all these residents there, and it's her and Betty, she's in there, and Reese Munkey.
Mungkey. Yeah.
they were eating this candy corn. People who didn't do much anything else, way up there in age, weren't moving much, eating this candy corn, doing all sorts of things. Reese, didn't he jump out of a window?
Yeah, he's strong. His legs, he's got very supple ligaments now.
From like a second floor or something
He
like
still
that.
looks like he's 100, but he jumped out of a second-story window. He was fine. He can jump like a kangaroo now. Also, he fed some of this magic candy corn to the damn dead pigeons.
Now, that I don't know about.
No, I heard that he...
I know you heard it, but I didn't see
like
that.
Birdman of Alcatraz now, but it's all zombie pigeons up on the roof with the fresh linens.
Well, Minerva ate some of this candy corn, and she looks 43. Reese Monkey looks...
She looks like Susan Sarandon, but a young Susan Sarandon.
I guess, yeah. Anyhow, these people with all this energy, they've been sitting in wheelchairs for how many years now, glued on TV, Fox News on, and, that's their life, which, for some people that's fine, that's all right, but now they got all this energy, don't know what to do with it. Last week I drove up Pennsylvania to go to a Trump rally. Had a whole car, they had a caravan.
I want to say they shouldn't be driving, but their reflexes and vision must be top notch.
Well, a Trump rally is bad enough. We don't need Minerva and Betty and Reese Monkey and the rest of them going up there and adding to it.
Did Baker Taylor and Charlotte Pipe also go because they got pregnant? Charlotte Pipe is pregnant.
Well,
and I heard
don't
that
know
this
about
candy
that
corn they're 90 years old. He knocked her up, and I heard that her baby is developing at too rapid a clip because of the candy corn. Whatever chemicals or hexes are in this Zaha candy corn that Jackie Broles come up with, and that Greg McKee, the crazy doctor of Fresh Linens Nursing Home, has been pushing on the elderly citizens.
No, they quit.
Murfreesboro.
They quit doing it.
Messing with their minds and causing them to love Donald Trump. Well, I guess they already love Donald Trump because they're old, but
now they're motivated.
Now they're mobile.
They're mobile. They're more mobile than I am. Well,
I heard that Minerva told me because I was, we've been talking.
Yeah.
And she told me she was going to try to go to as many Trump rallies as she could. She said, "You remember what hippies used to do, where they'd follow a bunch of dirty, stinking, crazed other hippies?"
Yeah.
I'm going to do that with Trump rallies.
Yeah. Well, she got the energy to do it, and I just don't think that's a place. I just don't think that's a positive place.
She says it's a community.
Well,
she's going to start selling her beads.
She don't need the beads.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Not the kind of beads you're thinking about either.
What do you mean to think? What kind of beads? I don't know what
she's
you're talking about.
Listen, she's making up for lost time.
Well, look. I don't know first thing about.
She says, "I've missed out on a lot."
Look, we don't need.
She says she missed the sexual revolution. And I said, "You know what? We're finding out that was a lot about the male gaze. It was a lot. It was driven by the patriarchy." And she said, "Oh, tell me more."
I don't want to hear about what you said about any of that.
I don't know if I'm supposed to be, because I'm telling you about the patriarchy, so I don't know what I'm supposed to do in this situation. Also, you're 90, but you look like a young Susan Sarandon. Also, you go to Trump rallies. I told her there was no way I was going to get hard.
All right, I don't want to hear it.
You can go to one Trump rally and then be like, okay, that wasn't so great.
Look.
I learned my lesson. I'd be like, okay, I can get hard.
Watch your mouth.
But if you're like, I'm going to do a bunch of Trump rallies after the one I already been to, I don't think I can do it.
All right, I don't want to hear about it. Shut your mouth.
I mean, there's other things we can do, but.
Listen,
we all have to take a stand.
We got enough Trump supporters as it is around here. We don't need more of them. And they've been around town. And let me tell you, it ain't just going to Trump rallies, because they go out, they won't go out, go to Luby's. They want to go out and eat. They went over to Michael's restaurant the other day and went to have, lunch over there around lunchtime. And, they're pretty busy in there, because there's a lot of Trump supporters around Tennessee. You don't have a whole lot, There's a few people don't like him, like myself and you, and I'm pretty vocal about it, but these folks in there, he come on the news now, the TV's on in there, and somebody said something like that, that dirty old, SOB, whatever, And Minerva and Betty and whoever else was there overheard this, and they got up. They threw the dishes on the floor.
What?
They went over there and jerked the dishes off a table onto the floor.
Somebody
is what
said-
you say, yeah.
They're strong. Listen,
That's a point I'm making.
this candy corn, whoever takes it, and listen, my dealer, he
Wow.
doesn't even. I'm having a hard time. I may have to move to Canada to get some pop because I can't. All he's selling is this candy corn to old people. That's all anybody wants. He says, "Shit, I'm making a shit ton off these old fuckers." And
I'll watch your mouth.
I'm like, they don't give candy corn to anybody who you want to stick around. It's okay. We've all got family members we're like just kind of waiting on to kick off, especially after Trump come in the picture. We're all just like, I love them, but I mean, it's time. Like nobody's gonna fight nature on this.
All right.
Nobody's gonna be like, Granny, I know you. Just stick around to the end of Hannity. Cheryl's on her way from the airport. Just watch the end of Hannity and give Cheryl time to get here. Like nobody, I think people are done with that. Because now they see with this candy corn what happens when old people get a second chance at life. It ain't like Cocoon where they all fuck in a pool.
Watch
They go
your
to
mouth.
fucking Trump
Watch
rallies.
your mouth. I know they don't need to be doing that. They don't need to be aggravating and attacking.
I
people
heard
who-
they knocked that non-Trump hat off somebody.
That's what I
They
heard.
just
did
wear the
too.
regular hat.
They didn't. He said, "What's wrong with this hat we're wearing? You need to get you one of these." I heard the same story.
Your
Got
hat ain't red.
I know.
It don't say MAGA.
Nope. They're getting riled up about this, and now look, you're
Thank
right.
God you ain't taking none of that shit, Jackie.
Well,
I am glad you listen to Nancy Reagan.
listen now. As far as I'm concerned, when it comes to this ZH candy corn, I'm gonna say right now, I think it's all due, good and bad and everything, and it comes down to moderation is what I think. Now, let me tell you why. When they was doing the feeding frenzy down there, people loved feeding this candy corn to these senior citizens and watching them just get spry and, jump up and run around. And they were giving them little bags at a time. Minerva sit there and ate 4 or 5 of these little bags. She wolf them down. And again, look,
She did wolf them down.
she would just wouldn't stop eating it, and people came in there and kept giving them between 3 and 5, which are not having this anymore. This has been, even though Halloween Band is going to be open a little longer, they ain't having feeding frenzy, hadn't had it in a while, because this is concerning a lot of people. But when I say moderation, let me say now, you know my knees, right? You hear my knees are creaking when I stand up. You hear my knees are creaking
that's
when I
what
sit
old
down.
person's legs are supposed to sound like.
Well, I don't like it.
Spring noises.
It ain't what it sounds like. It's how it feels on my end. And let me just say, make this perfectly clear as far as ZH candy corn is concerned. Some people saying it's conspiracy. They're trying to get it to all these people to get them riled in, but I don't believe any of that. I like ZH candy corn. I have one of them in the morning.
What?
Just one. Listen, hear me out.
You're
And
an
one-
addict.
Now I have one. I eat one in the morning, and then in the evening before I go to bed, I have another one. There's 2 damn pieces of that candy corn a day. And my knees ain't hurting. I ain't run off to no Trump rally. I ain't ripped nobody's hat off. I ain't balled up my fist
You're
when somebody
gonna end
said
up like
something I didn't like.
Roseanne.
Who?
Roseanne.
Oh, hell,
the
I ain't
character.
gonna be Roseanne. I ain't gonna be any of it.
You're a hypocrite. You're telling everybody not to take his candy corn if they go to Trump rallies.
Moderation is what I'm saying. Take it up with ZH candy corn. But
Who are they?
Who?
Where are they headquartered?
Talk to Greg McKee, because he is getting to the bottom of all this. That's what I was trying to tell you earlier. The reason they're closing Halloween Bandits down, he's taking this to heart, because one of these women whose lunch they threw all over the floor, and they had a head up pressed against a bar. They didn't do nothing, but they threatened to. And it scared the hell out of everybody and scared them. But Greg McKee, let's just say is related to this person they did this to. I don't want to give any names on here. And he's concerned. And he thinks he's bearing some of the burden on this because he had, had the environment where all these people were eating this candy corn and getting like this. It was cute and fun at first, and everybody's running around. It was cocoon, it was Twilight Zone, or whatever you want to call it. But then things took a turn. Well, let me tell you, he is going from nursing home to nursing home in the Mid-South area and trying to round up, because word's gotten out, like you said, people taking stuff on the street, people taking it here, everybody's trying to get their hands on this candy corn. He's going to go to every one of those and get that candy corn and take it away, get it out of there and get it somewhere away from folks, because nature needs to take its course, people. There ain't no miracle drug. And if you just want your knees to quit hurting, if that's what it is, just take one.
So you going to give up yours?
No, I ain't giving up mine. Mine ain't making me crazy. I don't sit there and eat 4 or 5 bags like
you're going to wind up like a little Jackie baby.
I ate one in the morning and one in the evening.
I don't want to see you in high school.
I'm going to be in high school. My knees ain't going to hurt. I'm just saying.
Be like the worst Riverdale ever.
If I get old, if I start just look any younger, one in the morning, one in the evening.
I thought you were dyeing your beard.
I ain't dying. Whenever I dye my damn beard, I ain't
just
dyeing
there's
my
little
beard.
patches of some
no.
other color. I don't even know what it is. Sort of like a rust.
Going to rush off to an old Trump alley. Still the last place you want to be.
Like a dead rust.
So get down to Halloween bandage this last week.
And turn in your candy corn, including you, Jackie.
If you know anything about this candy corn, where it's at, or where it might be, or where you think it's going to show up at, tell Greg McKee, because he's on the case. He feels so strongly about this, he's closing the business down early. He's dedicating his life to getting this ZH candy corn back wherever it come from.
I'm going to tell Tub Thumper.
Who?
My dealer.
You what?
My dealer.
All right.
I'm gonna, maybe we can find out who his connect is.
I don't know who anybody. Talk to Greg McKee. And if you want a Halloween costume or something like that, or some candy besides ZH candy corn, get down to Halloween Bandage. He's right down there on Fresh Lennon's nursing home, right inside of it. Be careful what you say in there when you're in there. If you don't talk about politics, don't bring it. You will be confronted whether you like him or not. Somebody's going to get in your face. If Minerva and them around there, when you come in, you try to do some shopping, they'll get right up in your face. Who'd you vote for? You see the news today? You see what they're saying about, what do you think of that? I mean, they're ready for you. They go just nod your head and say, I don't keep up with that. That's politics. I ain't got nothing to do with it. Sorry. But they'll probably get on to you for that, too. Well, you need to pay attention to politics because they're running this president down like we ain't ever seen before. So just be careful. Try not to make eye contact with anybody. Just get in, get your goblin, get your ghost, Dracula, witch outfit, whatever it is, and get the hell out of there. Halloween Bandage.
Well, Jackie, I'm glad to hear that we've got some friends in the resistance, the candy corn resistance, because everybody's getting sick and tired of these old people.
Why?
Old people are supposed to sit on their ass and watch Fox News. That was one of the first theories we heard. Where's Z and H? Is it Z and H?
It's ZH. I ain't seen no and.
Candy coming from, I thought, well, maybe it's from Fox News. They want to prolong this demographic that's about to die off.
But see, when you give these folks this, they ain't going to sit at home and watch TV. They're going to go out. I mean, I just poking holes to this there. I'm not saying you're wrong, but, you know. Now, granted, they're still going to wind up on Fox News when they're at the rally in some way. Or, you know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe it's coming from Trump himself. Maybe he does want these armies of.
I wouldn't put it past him. I wouldn't put nothing past that man. If he found out there was magic candy corn.
We heard maybe they were going to reboot Matlock, and they were looking to make sure they still had an audience by the time that rolled around.
Now, I don't know if that's true, but I did hear rumors about the truckload of ZH candy corn heading over to Andy Griffith's grave, and that's wrong.
That we do not know the power of this candy corn.
That's not worth it just for a TV show.
Now, maybe you sitting at home.
And I love Matlock, too. Let me make that clear right now. I love it. I wish he'd come back.
I love it.
It ain't worth it. You see Pet Cemetery?
That's where we're headed.
It's like it's like that cat, except that cat at a Trump rally with a MAGA hat on. It's worse.
It is worse. Imagine a whole Trump rally full of dead Pet Cemetery pets.
Screaming and hollering.
It's kind of the same. It's pretty close.
Well, it's similar, yeah, but...
I wish Fred Gwynn was still around, too. He's
I
good.
don't want any of that for...
They got a new Pet Cemetery. Did you know that, Jackie? They're coming out with a new one.
They always do that. No, I didn't say
They
that.
always come back.
The old one seemed new to me, but it's old now.
Yeah, that's because you're on that corn.
Oh, I take one in the morning, one in the evening. That's it. We don't want
Hypocrite.
all of this either way, ZH Candy Corn, whoever. And again, I trust Greg McKee to get to the bottom of this, and he'll tell me what he finds out on his quest to get a hold of this stuff,
good.
find out where it's come from.
We're going to talk to Greg McKee.
But ZH, we don't want this. That's not Pet Cemetery, Trump rally. We do not want this for Andy Griffith. Nobody wants this for Andy Griffith. Let the man rest. Let him lay in peace. Don't get over it. And like I said, I'd love to see Matlock come back, but I don't want to see no zombie Matlock on TV. I don't want to watch it.
I don't want to see no young Jackie Bros walking around with a hard pecker either.
What? Shut your mouth.
Nobody wants to see that. So watch it.
I don't want to. Just shut your mouth.
When we put the hammer down, we taking your bag away. We're going to break into your medicine cabinet and take that bag away. You ain't going to have no ZH candy corn. You're going to have to use aspirin.
One in the morning, one in the evening. I guarantee you, if you give Minerva one in the morning and one in the evening, that's all, she'll sit and, she won't go out to see Tucker Carlson anywhere.
I cannot handle her anymore, so please.
Of course, you can't go nowhere to see Tucker Carlson anymore. He can't go to restaurants.
Well, maybe they'll follow him around the restaurants and scream at the screamers so that Tucker Carlson can get a bite to eat.
Wouldn't surprise me.
It's Tucker Carlson. Where does he go out to eat?
I wouldn't know. To me, as I look at that guy where he looked like a young Orville Redenbacher or something, I wouldn't take me a minute before.
If he ain't eating popcorn, it just doesn't look natural.
Yeah.
The only restaurant I can imagine seeing him in is the one from the Blues Brothers, the real fancy one where everybody gets mad at him.
Blues Brothers.
You remember the Blues Brothers, Jackie?
Yes, I know Blues Brothers. I don't like the Blues Brothers or Briefcase Buddies or any of it. I don't like any of that
brings
stuff.
me, of course, to my sponsor this week, the Briefcase Buddies.
Hell, how they still your damn sponsor? They don't do nothing but do these old songs that nobody cares.
If you remember last week, the Briefcase Buddies were having something of a comeback because there were so many old people who wanted to get out and do things now because of the candy corn, including and especially going to see Blues Brothers impersonators.
Man, why anybody won't see that? I'm taking one in the morning, one at night, and I don't want to be anywhere near that or a Trump rally.
The Briefcase Buddies themselves had started to get mixed feelings about this because they were popping these candy corns, Jackie, and I'm telling you, it's a cautionary tale. Because the skinny one whose leg was broke, either Check or Douglas, healed back funny, but he could dance better.
Yeah.
But it just kept healing, and now it's super strong. It's crooked as hell, but it's like really strong and powerful. It's like twice the size of the regular one that wasn't broke.
Care.
The thing is, this candy corn, its powers are unpredictable. Like Greg Monkey, Mungkey jumped out of the window. He still looks 100.
Reese Monkey.
Who's Greg?
Hell, I don't know.
The crazy doctor.
Greg McKee.
So Greg McKee. Wait, what? What was I saying?
I don't know. If you trying to do your sponsor, I thought the stupid.
The fat one got skinny. Like way too skinny.
Well, then you ain't even got anything that looks like Blues Brother anymore.
Also, they look like they're like 13, 15.
What?
They look so young. It's unpredictable. Is what I'm
that
saying.
look like a little kid doing a show. But if a kid was doing a show, the last thing a kid would dress up like is a Blues Brother. It wasn't good then. It ain't good now. Why anybody want to go see it? I understand old people thinks it's good or whatever because they liked it when back in. But let me tell you, it ain't good.
They were going to let me and my Spuds McKenzie impersonating dog that I push around in a shopping cart open up for them.
Well, you just pushing a dog around in a...
It looks like Spuds McKenzie.
What?
And we play Oh Yeah by Yellow.
What is it?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
You remember that?
No.
He loves it. The dog loves it. The audience is indifferent.
Well, the dog's happy.
He wearing a hat and a Hawaiian shirt. Does he wear a hat?
Sometimes I think he wears a hat. Sometimes he wears glasses. He always got a Hawaiian shirt on or something. He don't do tricks. He don't do nothing. He just sits there. Just put it like that's supposed to be.
My dog will chase a ball.
That ain't a trick.
They call him Pops McGillicuddy.
Will he catch it? Will it, you know?
No, he doesn't catch it or bring it back.
Well, then it ain't a trick.
It's a
They said the dog, you know.
activity. Listen, I come into the room the other night. I came in to the damn green room, and the stage manager, she said, I don't know what happened. I said, well, what are these babies doing here? And she said, you mean the briefcase babies?
What?
I said, are you telling me that they Benjamin Buttoned all the way back to briefcase babies?
Briefcase babies?
How bad were they strung out on that corn? And then she showed me a note that they'd left for me, scrawled in kindergarten scratch.
What?
And it said, we're weak against the corn, but we won't do anything we can to help. You let the briefcase babies know what they can do to help, and we'll be there. And I said, listen, stage manager, do you think that these briefcase babies are the briefcase buddies, or do you think the briefcase buddies got some babies somewhere and left them back here so that they could run away from their fame? Like maybe a D.B. Cooper or a Jim Morrison?
There wasn't a few old people around here like to see them dance like idiots. And they ain't famous.
Because these babies dressed up like the Blues Brothers are going to be the biggest sensation to hit America since Elvis shook it on a damn Ed Sullivan.
Hell.
She said, I don't know, but you're right. We got to put these babies in a shopping cart and get them out on that stage and play some old school R&B by way of the Christian. You know how the Christians do
What kind of show is that? You're going to play music, old music I don't like, and you're going to push two babies and a dog around in a shopping cart. I can go see that at Kroger anytime I want. And at Kroger probably playing something in the store, music better than any of that. Whatever's on the radio in there is going to be better than that.
And you want to know what the difference is?
What?
Showmanship.
Oh, hell.
We brought the house down. So, we need to wrap this up because I got two babies and a dog out in the truck.
All right, just get it done, whatever it is you got to get done.
Because listen, Jackie, no, hold on now a second. You were just saying we got to do something to stop all these old people.
Well,
even though you're one of them. Strung out on that corn.
One in the morning, one in the evening. No, I ain't one of them. I ain't a baby.
So, me and the stage manager and Dr. Majors from the school, who's trying to reverse engineer the candy corns, and Tub Thumper, who's talking to his Connect. We're trying to find a way to stop the flow of corn. We're trying to find a way to reverse the effects of the corn. And all we got to do is get all these old motherfuckers.
All right, watch your mouth.
In the same place at the same time so that we can give them the antidote.
Antidotes?
The candy-dote.
Candy-dotes?
Yep.
You need to talk to Greg McKee. You need to get him in on this because that's what he's out there trying to do is get this away from them.
Yes, we got to.
You got to get on board with him.
We got to make a warn announcement. We got to confiscate it. We got to isolate it. We got to reversalate it. And then we got to briefcase baby-ate it.
All right. The only thing all these Minerva and the rest of them want to do is go to damn Trump rallies.
That's what we're doing. We're throwing a fake Trump rally, but with real briefcase babies.
Well, Trump has trouble playing any kind of music. He gets in trouble all the time. But I guess briefcase, nobody cares if he plays Blue Brother music. Nobody going to get mad about that. They dead, ain't they?
Yeah, I think everybody involved is dead.
Well, then.
We'll just be administering the antidote. Nobody's going to be paying any attention to it either. And if they do, they're just going to be looking at babies and dogs. It's perfect. It's like Facebook. So, folks, next week, the week before Halloween, we've got a great Trump rally headed your way here in Murfreesboro at the old Fish Hatchery Auditorium.
Not really, though.
What's that?
Not really. We're telling Minerva this.
No, yeah, but I don't know who's listening to this.
I don't either. Okay, yes, Trump's going to be there at the old Fish Hatchery Auditorium.
It's going to be exciting. It's going to be... my Twitter says they renamed it the ZH Candy Corn Auditorium.
Oh, all right. Well, that'll get them to show up.
That will get them to show up.
There for that. You call it that, yeah.
Trump rally next week featuring the Briefcase Babies and Sports. What's his name? Sports McGillicuddy? That's it. That's better than whatever I said before. Sports McGillicuddy and the Briefcase Babies coming to the old Fish Hatchery Auditorium, now known as the ZH Candy Corn Auditorium. Come on out, old people. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Now's the time that we both have to go. Our podcast come out really great, we know. Our time is at an end, so until we meet again, we'll just have to say goodbye, friend. Saying bye-bye always brings us down. But our bags are packed and we have to leave town. A postcard to you we will send if a stamp to us you'll lend, so we can write and say goodbye, 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 goodbye.
Are we done? That's it for this one.
Do you think we talked enough about Mitch McConnell taking everybody's Medicare and Medicaid away?
What's there left to say about it? That's what he's going to do.
We talk enough about Saudi Arabia? Did we nail that? I don't think we talked enough about how much money Trump and his family makes from Saudi Arabia.
There's a lot. They're tenants in one of his buildings or something. I mean, they're in together. Jared Kushner's in good. They're buddies. They're friends. Yeah.
Which, I mean, you can't be responsible for what your friends do, but you can be like, oh, they shouldn't have done that, instead of like, oh, you know, him and Brett Kavanaugh, it's all my friends.
At least he could say, I don't think they did it, but if they did, it's wrong.
Yeah, you can do
You can
that.
just say
They
it.
don't do that anymore. That
Nope.
used to be basic weasel politician. You don't even say that. Now it's like, instead of saying, I don't know if they did it, but if they did it, it's wrong, you just say, fuck you.
Hey, watch your mouth. Don't say it like that.
He-
Well, we were saying earlier, we know why Trump likes them. Remember, we know why Trump likes Kim Jong-un, all these autocrats, whatever you want to call it. That makes sense. But we need to look at, why do they like him? Didn't this prince probably see Trump running his mouth about press all the time? Like, hell, I'm going to kill this. Ain't nobody going to do anything about this. He's on board with it. Who's to say that Trump with who's influencing who, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
It's all horse face. It's all horse face.
It's all horse face. Every bit of this is horse face.